are just about to leave our lovely end of the canal spot. It's been brilliant being here. We've been able to use it as a jumping off point for going out and exploring, and because it has this nice platform down here, it's been excellent for getting some work done on the side of the boat as well. There's always stripes that need painting that have been bashed throughout the season, so I've done that. But it's time to move on now. We've been here longer than we should have been, but there hasn't been a single boat up here in the whole time we've been here. We would have moved if there had and they wanted the space, but there hasn't, so we're not worrying about that. But we're going to go down. We're running out of water, so we've got to slowly move down before it totally goes. And it's time for pastures new. So we're just going to move towards the next railway station because there's still places that we want to go and see before the weather runs out. We're quite lucky on this canal. We seem to have enough water. The rest of the network is closing down all around us from the 26th, which is in a day or two. A lot of the lock flights are going to be completely shut. People have had to get back to their home moorings or find somewhere safe to go, fill up with water, all that sort of stuff. So we're lucky that we can move around, and apart from a lock a bit further down which is being moved for repair, we've got to get on the other side of that within the next few days. The Chesterfield is fine, so we're going to stay here. Can't imagine there's going to be enough water back in the canal system until sometime through the autumn or winter, depending on the amount of rainfall that we have between now and then, so we'll see. Anyway, very slow couple of days, just going to move a little bit further on. We don't have tons of solar here, not that there's any sun anywhere at the moment, so we could do with getting somewhere that's slightly more open aspect, and just charging our batteries up a bit because they've been low for a while now. So off we go. You can see how enclosed it is down here. It's really like being in our own little secret world. I'm trying to avoid branches on the right as well because I've got a couple of freshly painted stripes, so I'm going dead slow. It's so overgrown down here. We're just about to go through a tree which will spoil my fresh paint, so Henry's gone down with the secateurs to try and cut some of the side branches off. Can't really avoid going through it. This chap here is slowly going along, whistling his heart out and litter picking. How fabulous is that? Oh dear. I may have to do another coat of paint on that. Oh well, we tried. Moral of that story is not to cruise when you've got wet paint. So today we're only going to come down a few locks because this is a really long flight and it's exhausting to do the whole lot with just two of us. So the thing is that it's a series of triple locks and double locks. So we're going to come down first triple lock, and the problem we have here, as you can see on the bridge just there, it's really low and all the boats hit it. And we've got quite a bit of furniture on the top of our boat, so go very slowly, and Henry will probably come over here and try and push the boat out. We helped David through here the other day and it just skimmed his solar panels, so we don't want any accidents. They're tricky old things, these triple locks. We did them the other day and I think we flooded further down the canal by mistake, so we're making sure we don't do that today. is like higher than ours, I think. Maybe the water's a bit lower too. Oops. Bang.
It's not so much bywash.
Forgot about that. Oops. Just in the nick of time. Oop. That's a bit unfortunate. The lock ahead is full, but the gate won't open. And I'm in a really tricky pound. I couldn't come out of that one and go to the side because my boat doesn't bend in the middle, and Henry needs help. I'm not sure how to get off. I'm trying to turn. There's a couple of people offering to help, but they're quite elderly and I'm not sure. Oh no, they're having a good go at it. And it's opening. Thank you. That was a tricky one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same as the one the other day. To wedge a bit of wood down the back of it,
Yeah.
get some more water in.
Thanks for helping.
Probably leaking.
We've decided to moor up for the day, halfway down the flight in this little pound. There's lots of bollards over there, but they let the reeds grow along here, but we don't mind. It's like being in a little garden when we look out of the windows. Very pretty. We're just going to stay here for the night and then hop off again tomorrow. Sun's come out. We've got a nice open aspect here. Lovely. It's Saturday and we're taking the boat down another couple of locks. We stayed in that really gorgeous pound last night in there. Loved it, but it's not really a place to stay long term, so we're moving on. This is a double lock and you have to empty that before you can put this lot in, otherwise it all goes over that little bit down there and into the bywash there, but it will flood it further down, and I think we did that by mistake the other day. So you have to come down these carefully. The triple locks even more so. They restrict the paddles on these locks so that the water can't come down too fast, so you just have to be patient and take your time, and that's all right. We haven't got anywhere to be.
Like a sieve.
Say that again.
Leaking like a sieve.
What, up that end? Oh, that's why it's so slow. I mean, this is restricted as well, isn't it? They only go up a little way. So now you can see that as that lock is filling, the water is going over there and coming out down into the bywash. And this has still got a little way to go. So if you hadn't emptied this one, it would end up flowing over the top of the lock gates and the next pound would get flooded, and so on. Should we have a go? Yes! When it's leaking at one end, it makes it really hard to open the middle lock gates. It's funny, that's not the one that's being repaired. It seems to be caught up on on the edge of the lock. Making any difference, is it?
Leaving it over a bit.
The problem we've got is that the boat is wedged against the sides of the lock, and it just looks like if we start lowering it down then the gunnel is going to get caught on the lip of the lock, which wouldn't be good. So Henry's trying to lever it over a bit and just give us some more wiggle room. Right, well, Henry's going to try letting a bit of water out, and we're going to see what happens as the boat goes down, but we're going to be very cautious. Actually, H, it needs to come forward because it's on the sill, isn't it? I'm going to try and drive it forward a little bit. I've managed to get it forward and it's floating free now. Bit of a worry when it's so close to the sill, but it's okay now. They're very, very tight, these locks. But anyway, that's okay now. Good. We're moored up on a nice quiet section of canal down there. And yesterday we went for a walk over the lock and we discovered this curious place that we're going to go and check out today. Sometimes you see these little bridges and you wonder where they go, and if you follow them they take you to mysterious places. Do you think so? Right to... okay. So there's this little back lane which winds along past some fishing ponds and a plant hire company, and it comes out into the bottom of Shire Oaks. Some really lovely buildings along here. So as we come down the lane towards the back of Shire Oaks, there's this beautiful converted building here. It's been done really nicely. And someone's planted gorgeous flowers along here. And a lovely line of old outhouses down there. Really old-fashioned. Anyway, when we walked out here yesterday, we came across this old sign that looked like a pub sign. And here it is. And we thought it was just an old pub sign from back in the day. And there's a building over there that doesn't really look like a pub. But then we heard from a dog walker that sometimes it is. It's a bit haphazard, but if they open, they're going to open on a Sunday afternoon. So we're going to go along and take a look. As we come down there, there's an old ruins of Shire Oaks Hall over there. All of this was a huge parks and gardens, land given away after 1066 to the French nobles. I think that Shire Oaks is hall is grade 2 listed now, and it was bought by a farmer I think in the 70s, but it's just falling down now, and it doesn't look like the Hewitt Arms is open. Now actually that's the fishery that's closed due to drought. Fair enough. Oh my goodness, you can actually see there's hardly any water in that. It's a carp pond I think, but it's empty. So we're still hopeful that it's open. Fan's going, the gate's open. Let's see if there's an entrance. And that is a dry summer right there. Oh, it's open at 3. We're a bit early. Oh, we'll come back. We've got to go back to the boat and see if we can muster up some cash. We've got our pound coins that we saved for the laundrette. We can use those. Okay, well, we're back here for a second attempt. We've scraped together all our cash. And it looks like there's a door open and there's a car. So, see, this is what narrowboating is all about. Wandering out, following your nose and discovering these places that you'd never know about otherwise. Oh, been greeted by a fat little dog. Hello. Hello. Oh.
Would really like you camping on the doorstep.
Next to the bar is this extraordinary huge room full of art, beautiful conservatory. The owner's an architect and he did all of this, and he actually owns the ruins of Shire Oaks Hall on the side. This used to be buzzing when the collieries were all open here, but when they closed, this place stopped being used, which is quite sad really. So it's just open a couple of times a week for a small group of people that come in. It's such an extraordinary place. Local artists have work in here. But it's just not used in here. Huge. Oh, that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It's really good.
It's full of
Local characters
local characters, definitely.
with lots of stories.
Yeah, do you know, honestly, I'm really happy that places like that actually exist. It's just sort of held together, isn't it, by its locals that go in there 3 times a week.
Yeah, I can't imagine that that's keeping it going, so they must have support it and own it.
Yeah, I think, yeah, they do. I mean, he lives there. The owner has this wonderful bouffant hair and this great handlebar moustache, and he has a cut glass accent, and he studies as an architect. And his father, I think, bought this place, and he came from, I can't remember, somewhere in Eastern Europe during the war. I can't remember all the history of it, but yeah, fantastic. Just, it's an off the map sort of place. Yeah, you'd never know about it. Anyway, I think we'll probably be back there again. It's only 5 o'clock and we're a bit squiffy. So I'll leave you with these lovely pictures taken by my friend Les, and see you on the video next week. Bye for now.